Hello. I tell you, I must love Ready to Love because I'm in Florida, away from my Birmingham, Alabama, enjoying the beach, enjoying the hotel. I'm at home suites, but I want to do my review, and so I'm gonna do my review poolside. I should have brought some sunglasses. I know, but hey, I didn't think about it. I was doing some of my other Hobby Lobby haul videos, and I was gonna do one of my marriage according to the Bible videos, which I may do later. But I was out here, and I said, let me go in and do it. And I was gonna take off my top and maybe get in the pool, but it's been bad weather. I don't want to. It's looking good right now, but you see the clouds in the distance. They're looking beautiful. The water's beautiful. It feels great. I might end up coming back out to this pool, but and we may go to the beach before we leave and go back home. It's Father's Day 2021. We just finished celebrating Juneteenth yesterday for the first time. That is an official holiday. Yes, yes, yes. Government workers, I got paid, and I get to celebrate. The benefits. I mean, we were blessed to get this holiday, and I'm thankful that we got it. My husband's birthday was on the 17th, so we came down for his birthday. My baby's birthday is going to be tomorrow, so we've just been enjoying a good time. So, like I said, we're headed back home, but I wanted to give a review, just to change the scenery. So, we all saw last week, and it was a cliffhanger, but we kind of knew what happened because we saw that Kyra was sitting at the table. So we knew she got selected, even though AJ had said that she wasn't ready to love. But he was smart, and he knew that if he wanted to get with her, and he had dated her prior to the show, that if he wanted a chance, he was going to have to keep her there, even though he thought he was strong. Now, we are seeing how Kyra meets with the ladies, and they're all talking, and she still wants to believe that she has a chance with Jason, and who am I to say she will or won't? But he said he's made his decision, and I like the way Liz phrased it, where it's like it was a process. She had a number one. They all had options. They all had top three options, and she's willing to rock and roll with it and not feel bad about what's going on. I hope she and Kyra in the end, regardless of what happens, that they don't have hard feelings, because it was a show. It's a show, and that's what it is. I think and believe that Jason has made a decision, and the thing that with Kyra having had so many men selecting her, I mean, she was smart. She played this game. She and Amber, they did what lawyers do. Liz, she's a smart woman. She did what they do. Renisha, I think she hey, she stuck in for the ride. Sometimes that's just a toss. I'm not mad at her, because I think she's a pretty lady. I think she's a smart lady, but I think it's somebody's got to stick around. I think Amber, I don't say a lot about Amber and KG, because I think they made an agreement. I think they made an agreement that they're going to stick it out to the end of the show. I think Amber still got to play, and you're supposed to. That's one of the things that we ladies don't always do. We think we give it a man, and he asks us out on a date, and he's our husband. It's not that way. They're dating. They have 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6 choices, and they're trying to decide which one they want, which job. Like one of my friends, she said a guy, she knew he was dating her and another lady, and he told her, and probably told the other lady, that he's going to marry whichever one get the best job first. And the other lady was older, so she managed to graduate from college and get a job first, and so he married her, but he was still messing with my friend, and she was still willing. She eventually moved on and got married, but she did have a child with him. And so they still have that bond. So, but she was still hanging on to hope that he was going to choose her. But she knew her chances weren't good, because the other girl was older and was probably going to finish college first. And so, like I said, he ended up choosing the other lady. And guys, look at that. You think girls are just gold diggers. Guys are too. They are looking for who's the best choice for them. Who, you can be pretty, but if you're not gonna give to them the stuff that helps get them to the next point or level, they consider all that. So ladies, this is a chance for you to do it without being called a hoe or B or easy, because people judge us. But it gives you a chance to know that these guys are doing this, so you get a chance to do it. Now, When I dated my husband, I didn't believe that we were dating until he said, okay, we've been dating. Do you want to make this officially you and me? And I was like, yeah, so like I said, up until that point, I didn't consider it as, oh, this is going to be my husband. I had kind of stopped dating when we did it, but before we really got together, I was dating him and 2 other guys. I think he knew. He knew. But he had somebody else that was an interest to him. And sometimes it doesn't work out. And it doesn't mean that you're settling for that person that you get with. It doesn't mean that Liz is settling for Jason. It doesn't mean Jason is settling for Liz, or whichever way people. It doesn't mean that. It means you have choices and you see which one works out and pans out the best for you, and you roll with that. Now, the thing that I think Kyra didn't take into consideration is the process is going to end. And she got to choose somebody. And then the other thing that she's not considering is that, like I said, if you look back at some of my other videos, Jason and AJ, they're not roommates, but they got a bromance. Do you see how many dates these guys planned and took the ladies out on together? So they kind of was trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, if you will. Not just them becoming good friends, because that's what the guys said. They wanted to have a brotherhood behind this, but also they could switch out dates right in our faces. So when they're switching out dates, you get to switch out dates. You get to check these people out and see if they qualify. As David liked to say, I like that when he said, you see that if they qualify for the life that you have. Because some people can be beautiful, but they don't qualify. Some people can be smart, but they don't qualify. Some people can have almost everything that you think they have, but there's a tick somewhere, and you got to be sure that you're willing to deal with it. Now, if I'm looking out at my cameras, because of course I'm trying to make sure it doesn't drop into the pool. So yeah, this might be the best view. And these are the hotels. This is how they look. I want to show you all the staircase. So if I get a chance to do it without tripping, because I'm clumsy, if I can get a chance to walk you through, I'm going to show you that beautiful staircase. But if I don't, this is At Home Inn and Suites down in Pensacola, Florida. And it has a beautiful staircase, majestic. I mean, it's almost like it's right out of Gone with the Wind. And some people may not like the idea of that. Plus, we on it's a black show. But the thing is that it's beautiful. And it was available for what we needed. We needed a suite. We're staying in the captain's suite, and it is beautiful. And my children are happy with it because they get their own TV and their own space. And hey, we're happy because they're happy, and we get our own space also. But going back to the show, it appears that Jason has made his mind up, because he's like, not only is Jason playing the game, and I may be fooled, but he appears to be a guy who needs and wants one person to love. And Liz isn't a bad choice. Now, I was thinking at first that it would be Kyra or Amber that would be a good choice, because they're all young and don't have children. But then I thought about it, wait, Liz doesn't have any children either. She's just a few years older than Jason, and Jason is mandible, or if you want to say moldable. If you want to say, you got to tell him what to do. And I know a lot of ladies, I don't want to have to tell a man what to do. You have to tell men, women, friends, family, co-workers, you have to tell everybody how to treat you. There is not one, you even have to, a dog, a cat, you have to show them how to treat you, and they're going to show you how to treat them. And the thing is you all come to a good collaboration of compromise on what you're willing to accept and what you're not. And that's with everybody. So when people say, oh, I don't want to have to tell a man what to do. Oh, you're going to have to tell him what you like, what you don't like, what you like to eat, what you don't like. And after being married for going on 19 years, next month my husband and I have 19 years, but we dated 2 years prior to that. You see how the sun is coming in and out. So, and like I said, I forgot my sunglasses. I was going to go back in and get them, but I was like, no, I need to go on and do this before we check out. Because I love Ready to Love. And I love love. And the thing, though, that I say is you have to teach people what you like to eat. Like my husband, I know, and he can do the same thing for me. If I walk away from the table and I have to go to the bathroom or take care of something, or say he knows what foods I like. He knows how to order for me. He knows how I like it. He knows what I like to drink, what I don't like to drink. He knows me. He knows how to buy for me. He knows that I like little nothing of trinkets just to carry in my purse for no reason, like little pill box that may never have a pill, but I like that kind of stuff. And he knows, he got me some with the little cupcake and one with a little heart that Juicy has, the Juicy Couture. He got me some of that, just little stuff like little Coach. You know, they have little things, and I mean, they can be inexpensive, they can be expensive. It's not a matter of the price. It's just that he knows I like that kind of stuff. And some things a little eccentric, a little novelty. I like that kind of stuff, and he knows it. He knows when he's going to have to be patient with things that he doesn't like, that I like to go and do Hobby Lobby hauls. And then I'm going to do my videos. So, hey, you know, you can go to that and check it out. It's still on in case you didn't know. So going back to that, though, you have to tell people what you like and what you don't like. Like, for instance, when they you know, I'm going to go back to my mailman because that's what my husband does and that's how we met. But like when he went and got the water, well, my husband knows, hey, I like the Sunny water. I don't like Aquafina. I don't like some of the other ones. They taste like they came right out of a sink. And they might say, well, the Sunny comes right out of a sink. But guess what? It tastes like the water well water that I grew up drinking. And some people say it's not good for you because of some mineral or something like that. I don't know. I'm not that technical because I need to drink water. And I know when I lived in New Jersey, the water from the sink was horrible. And so I went out and bought water, and I bought the Aquafina. And I was like, that tastes like they just got this out of my sink. It's the same nastiness. And so, and I mean, some people like it. You know, if I don't have anything else, I'm going to drink it because I'm going to drink water. But I'm just saying, and I hate to put it on that brand because some people like it. It's not for me. I mean, I even drink the Sam's Club water, Sam's Choice or whatever it's called, because it tastes like the well water that I'm used to drinking when I grew up. And everybody loved the water when they came to our house, especially from the city, because I'm a country girl. And they loved drinking our water because it tastes so good. And it was from where we had a pump. Now, we didn't have a well where we were lifting a bucket and all of that. No, it was a pump. You just turned the knob and you know, it came into the house, and it was good water. And we eventually had to, of course, get it on sewer because they say you get it now for free or later you may have to pay for it. So my parents changed, so now we do not have that same water, but it's still fine. And I go off on tangents, but like I said, that's part of the process of why I say what I say as far as this goes. Now, like I said, it seems like Kyra's the highlight now and still trying to say she's in the process of making a decision and she feeling like maybe she should have watched Jason more than AJ. Well, you know, after the last episode, I'm becoming so endeared to AJ and how he was so sensitive and handling her and saying, oh, wow, I love AJ. But I'm not fooled because, you know, you can be a fool if you want. He's gonna do well, but I think for the endurance of life, there's gonna be things that he's gonna not want to be in agreement with, how to handle things. Sometimes when you see a good man, you choose him. If he's choosing you, you choose him. There's no person that you're gonna be with that you're gonna get everything you want. It's just not like that. My husband and I, we were talking about that the other day, and he was saying that, and I was like, you know, that's true. You know, I hate, and I may have said this in another video, when people say, oh, well, he's not perfect, or nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Now, I named my title on my YouTube page, just in case you didn't know, because I didn't want to name it Miss Know-It-All. So instead of saying Miss Know-It-All, because I think I know it all, I named it In Case You Didn't Know, so that if I do say something that you're able to learn something from, it kind of maybe, I think, sweetens it up just a little bit. Yeah, so I'm at the pool, like I said, so some people are coming out to the pool. You hear people living. But like I said, there's no incidents where everything is going to be perfect. But you just have to decide which things, yeah, here I go. But that's life. Sweating, that's what we do. I'm glistening. But you have to just decide which things you feel you can live with in the everyday. And sometimes some of the things you think you can live with in the everyday, you find that you can't. Like I remember I told you in the other, okay, it may not have been one of these videos. It might have been Not Ready to Love, but in Marriage According to the Bible, when I talked about how to stay married forever. And wasn't that one? Anyway, one of my videos, because I do a lot. One of the videos I was talking about how, oh yeah, it was the one where I was talking about comparing to David, like how when you leave your parents, you try. He was saying how he tried different things and he forsake, like religion and how he was brought up. And I was talking about how I went to New York and I dated several different guys, and I dated the Muslim guy, right? And he was from Africa and he had a heavy accent, and I loved that at first. And I went through a phase though where I stopped liking it as much, and it may have been because I started liking somebody else and it started getting on my nerve, or he was doing something that was getting on my nerve. But at first I liked the accent. And one of my friends said to me, she was like, I was saying something about how it was getting on my nerve one day. She was like, but wait, I thought you liked that. And I was like, well, you know what, I did, but I changed my mind. And we always think it's a woman's prerogative to change her mind, but it's also a man's prerogative. They'll change their mind on you. And not only will they change their mind on you, they'll date several people and you'll think you're the one, but you won't be the one. And you'll wonder, well, what was that thing that changed their mind? It could be one little simple thing that you did, like talk. I broke up with guys because it's sad. I didn't like the way he was breathing. And it's been good guys, nothing wrong with them. But the thing about them breathing was, you know how you're close to somebody and you breathe and they breathe, you breathe, they breathe. And sometimes you're getting their carbon monoxide. I'm trying not to say carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, yeah. Their out breath is, you're inhaling it, and vice versa. And then, so you're not getting your best air. So it bothered me. I was like, hey, stop. I actually told this guy, stop breathing. Okay, let's get this right. Let's get this in rhythm, because I wasn't getting my best oxygen. So that wasn't the only reason why I broke up with him, but that was on the list. Isn't that sad? But I was young now. I was young. I mean, okay, I was young when I got married. And I know I was in my 30s. So I'm not different from these ladies. I waited it out. I dated, y'all. I dated people because I wanted to see what life had to offer. And, one thing I found is that you're not going to find everything you want in any one person, but you can't date or marry 3 guys. Well, some cultures where they can marry more than one woman, but most of the time they won't let you have more than one man and one husband. But I say that to say you have to pick which things are important to you. I think if Jason stays strong like he's staying so far, and he gets with Liz, and like he said in one of the previous episodes that he was with Liz and he wasn't thinking about AJ or Kyra, I think that it'll work well. Now the problem will be is that he and AJ have a romance, and so part of the thing that'll happen is that they won't be able to double date anymore, because it may not work with Kyra feeling like she's feeling, and feeling like she still needs to continue the process when they said they made their pick and they're good with where they are. So I think he and Liz can get together and she can have her happily ever after, and he'll have his too. So it's not like she'll be lacking anything. He's made a decision. It seems he's sticking strong to it. I'm liking it. We don't know what will happen because there is reunion shows that are coming up. Kyra can try her best to make it work with AJ, but like I said in the previous video, which I did a part 2 because my time ran out, I probably touched the phone incorrectly and it stopped and I didn't do any editing. But I said, quoted some of 1 Corinthians, because we're doing the Bible on this show. But when you deal with love, you have to, because God is love. Now, you find that in the Bible, too. Just put in God is love, and you'll come up with that verse. It's in the New Testament, and I can't remember, but it's in one of the smaller chapters in the back. And so we talk about it and reference it, but 1 Corinthians 13 talks about love and what it is, and I was saying that she will have to do some long suffering. But I think Liz being... she liked Jason's spiritual side. She can mold him because she is a little older and she's a CEO, so she's going to have that. I think a good thing that he'll do is because he loves working with children, he'll be willing to be that husband that can follow her direction, and she can have her children and get her children, and and have a man that's willing to take care of him, because he's already donating his time to children. So she'll be blessed in that respect also. And so I think it's a win-win, and maybe they'll be the couple that gets married from the show. But some other people, I think they could get together and hook up, because they had a 10-10 match. And somewhere in there, everybody should be able to find a person. Like, I think Ron and Chrysanthemum, if they were to get together, I know he was talking about if he was with Alexis, he could have that Michelle and Barack Obama match. But if he gets with Chrysanthemum, it would be a better choice, because he wants to stay at home wife. And Alexis is not that kind of person. Have you all noticed that on every show they've had an Alex or Alexis? Every episode. And so I just threw that in there. I don't know if somebody else said it in any reviews, but I just want to throw that in there. And I think Chrysanthemum, though, and Ron could really, really get what they both wanted. Like she said, she's getting old. And she said it. And it's not an embarrassment to say that you're getting old, because we all are. And if you're blessed to live, you're gonna get older each second, each minute, each hour, each day, each month, week, year. You're gonna get older, and it's not an insult to say that, but you have to appreciate life for each stage that it's in. And just speaking of that, ages and stages, I do watch Rashid and Simone. Simone, keep on working your magic. Keep working your magic. You're going to get where you want to be. And so, but you go through different stages as you age, and you have to learn to appreciate each season for what it brings. You have to appreciate each day, each moment for what they bring, because there's a blessing in all of it. And I think she would be able to do the things that Ron, and she can handle him, because he's going to do some things. You know, you look at some of my old videos, he's going to do some things, but she can handle him doing those things. And I think they will have fun traveling and hanging out together and partying and doing those kind of things before they get married, and just enjoying life together. And then they can get married and have some children, and I think they can really have a great relationship. Joel and Venetia, I think they could too. But we already seen that he's not going there. And I already said I don't know if she found her guy on the show. And she probably could have if she gave it another chance. Like probably Dietrich, but she seemed like she didn't want to go that way with him. But because he wants that boy. And he's the one that got to give up the Y chromosome in order for that to work. And so, you know, what you going to do? What you going to do? Maybe he needs a grandson, but I don't know. I don't want to say I don't care, but you know, because I want everybody to get what they want in the world. Hello. So yeah, the world is waking up around here. You hear people in the water, people screaming across the yard, people, hey, living. We're all living. We're all having fun. I've enjoyed watching the show. I missed a few minutes of it, so I had to go and watch it on YouTube to see just how it opened up today. I like what Jason did with Liz with the rose and how he did that presentation. I was like, Lord Jesus, if he presents her with a ring today, well, we don't know. He might present her with a ring when it comes to the reunion show. I tell y'all, if he does, I am just going to fall out. I mean, like, fall out. I don't know. I might make them a veil because, well, I don't know if I told y'all, but yeah, I do that kind of stuff. And I used to have I won't say a wedding business, but I have done wedding dresses, prom dresses, make bridesmaids dresses, but I might make them a veil. But I don't know, she might want it with some of the fabric. And so, hey, if she were to send me some, I should make her a glamorous one. I'd shoot if she wanted. I'd probably make her a dress, design it right on her if she wanted. You know, if somebody gets married from the show. Somebody, hey, if it's not them, somebody. If you want it, you have an idea in mind, we might be able to hook up and do something like that for you. I don't really do that now, but I would do it for somebody. It can be a stressor, you know, and you know how money and stuff flows, but hey, we can get something done, because I never know, I might start back doing it, because it was a joy. The only reason I don't do it now is access to fabric and touching it. I like to touch it, and I know you can order online, but I like to touch it. And I'm gonna just tell you, I made my wedding dress. I didn't think to bring a picture. Maybe next time I will, because I'm usually in the room video where I got the pictures on the wall. In fact, I have some behind me on that wall. I just haven't shown them, I don't think. But maybe I'll put one up just so you all can see that I did my dress and my veil for my wedding. And I actually used the fabric that was left over to make, well, I made a dress for my oldest child using that fabric, and I was going to use the dress for my youngest, but I wanted her to have her own dress. So what I ended up doing was I really just crocheted her dress for her 1-year-old picture. So, you know, just to kind of show that, hey, mom's putting a hand in their life, putting a stamp on it. But just saying, if somebody gets married from the show, maybe we can do something like that if they want. And then if they don't like it and they want to do something else, hey, they can always have that choice. But I'm just saying, love is out there for us all. And I like what Alexa said at the end of hers, that she just may not be ready for it. And I'm going to tell you, I just think she should go back to her husband. Go back. And I'm thinking that the husband is her child's father. And if that being the case, why wait until that child is grown, like I've seen some people do that I know? After the child gets old enough and is gone off to college or live their life, the parents will somehow find their way to each other. But that child has missed the whole life of being able to spend time with both parents. It would be a good thing if, I'm going to try to walk to the room where I want you all to see inside the hotel, the staircase. So I'm going to try to walk here and not fall into the pool, trip over stuff because I'm clumsy, because I'm getting ready to end this video. But what I was saying is that I think it will be, sometimes some of these people need to go back to the person that they had children with. And I think Alexis, she wants a Christian man. Her husband is a Christian man and a pastor. They maybe just need to set up boundaries for the members of the church and let them know, hey, certain time we need time together. And let them know that they can't call. Like I said, my dad was a pastor, but we rarely had people who called after hours. And that's perhaps because I knew my mama. Now, I even had with my husband some people, our manager, when we worked together, they would try to call him from at home to tell him he had to do overtime. And I had to tell him,